The future of technology is here today, offering solutions we only dreamed of a decade ago. Join us as we explore the possibilities.
When we talk about America's global power, people usually think of aircraft carrier fleets or the tech giants in Silicon Valley.
But after 25 years working in finance, I can tell you with certainty, our most powerful, most sophisticated, and most far-reaching. Think about this. When Washington wants to pressure a nation, it doesn't always need the military.
It just needs to unplug that country from the dollar system. You've heard about the sanctions against Russia, Iran, or North Korea, right?
Essentially, that's a ban on them using the US dollar. We, through the global SWIFT payment network,
have the ability to cripple an entire economy, making it unable to trade, unable to buy or sell essential goods.
How did one nation's currency get this terrifying geopolitical power? The answer, surprisingly, isn't gold. It's this: oil. Many of my viewers don't realize that in the early 1970s, the United States made one of the most brilliant strategic moves in modern history. In exchange, you get American weapons and military protection. The Petrodollar system was born.
Let's say you're the finance minister of Japan. Your economy needs oil to run its factories.
But to buy oil from the Middle East, you can't use the yen. You must have US dollars. This creates a permanent demand loop. This is why today, over 80% of global trade, even when Brazil sells soybeans to China, is still often settled in dollars.
It's not just America's currency, it has become the operating system for global commerce. And
it dictates the price of food, the price of energy, everything.
But the part that I, as an analyst, find most fascinating is the Great Switch of 1971.
Many people still mistakenly believe the dollar is strong because it's backed by gold in Fort Knox.
the truth is, it's not anymore. President Nixon in 1971 shocked the world.
In theory, the dollar should have collapsed. It had no backing. But it didn't collapse.
Why? Because almost immediately, we replaced the gold standard with the oil standard.
We pegged our currency not to a rare metal, but to the one energy source the modern world cannot live without.
Of course, the world didn't just pick the dollar by chance.
The foundation of this trust had to be built. We have to go back to 1944, to a small town called Bretton Woods.
Europe was devastated by war. Economies had collapsed. At that time, the United States was the only major power left standing.
Our factories were booming, and most importantly, we held over 2/3 of the world's gold reserves.
We made a deal. You peg your currencies to the dollar, and we will peg the dollar to gold.
It was a promise of stability, and the world agreed. That's how the story began.
The trillion-dollar question now is, will this dominance last forever?
China is promoting its yuan. Russia and Iran are finding ways to trade outside the SWIFT system.
And of course, we have the rise of crypto and central bank digital currencies. These threats are real.
Pure darn. But here's my perspective, as someone who watches these markets every day.
To dethrone a king, you don't just need a challenger. You need a worthy successor.
The problem isn't just creating a new currency. The problem is 3 words: trust, liquidity, and scale.
Do you really trust handing over your entire national reserve to a currency whose policy can be changed overnight?
We talk about liquidity in finance to mean how quickly you can convert an asset to cash at a fair market value.
And is that system large enough to handle millions of transactions per second globally? That's scale.
Right now, no other currency, not the euro, not the yuan, can check all three of those boxes like the dollar can.
The dollar isn't just a currency, it's an infrastructure. And replacing infrastructure always takes time.
So, the next time you hold this bill, remember, you're not just holding a medium of exchange.
We're holding a piece of a complex system of oil, banking, and global power that has shaped our world for the last 80 years.
You can find more analysis on these topics right here. Don't forget to subscribe.
The story of money is the Tory of power. What do you think is the future of the dollar? Leave your comments below.
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm John. Thanks for watching.